14 Africa Investor CEO Investment Summit held in association with the IFC and the World Bank Group Trade and Competitiveness Global Practice. We have a packed agenda for you today, a very busy day for you. The program consists of over 40 authorities and high-level speakers and 7 leadership panels on a range of subjects ranging from Africa's trade and competitiveness, regional integration and infrastructure investment, capital markets and private equity. We also have an African investment update session from last year's lunch on Ivory Coast, the Investing in Côte d'Ivoire session. So we're looking forward to welcoming the Minister to give us some remarks on that. We have a leaders panel on agribusiness investment, a round table on cross-border banking with central bank governors, as well as CEOs of regional banks. And we have a leaders panel that follows up some of our work that we presented during the spring meetings here, which focuses on how to assist the creation of new generation of large Pan-African operating companies. And then we're going to round the day off with our Africa Investment and Business Leaders Awards ceremony. I mean, this is the 7th annual CEO dialogue, which brings together African business leaders, ministers of finance, central bank governors, international investors, DFIs, donors, and regional organizations to really review and set the agenda on improving Africa's trade and investment climate and competitiveness, and importantly, to give Africa a platform and a voice each year at the World Bank annual meetings. We're therefore delighted to welcome Jin Yong Sai, Executive Vice President of the IFC, along with Isabel Gonzalez, Senior Director, World Bank Group, Trade and Competitiveness Global Practice, amongst other senior directors from the World Bank Group as part of today's program. I've seen lots of different charts, multicolored, and I think they're supposed to be the schedules that these individuals have. So I think let's give them a little round of applause for making the time to be with us. I think it sends a very strong message about how committed you are to working with the private sector in the continent, both internationally and domestically. So we applaud you for that. And we're also going to be joined shortly by Donald Kaberuka, the president of the ADB, who will also be giving us some opening remarks. Africa Investor as an institution fully believes in the positive contribution and role played by the private sector as a fully paid up member of the development community. It's now well established, we believe, that the private sector positively impacts social development through its core business operations and routinely provides thought leadership, expertise and investment to create jobs, innovate technology transfer and stimulate growth across the continent. Distinguished guests, we have 3 key objectives for today. The first is to deepen the private sector's partnership with the World Bank Group on private sector participation and investment and trade policy-related initiatives. The second is to inform the Africa Investor Heads of State Investment Advisory Council to inform that agenda for 2015, where we will continue to engage heads of state on the types of policies that we feel will be more hospitable to attract and retain long-term private capital. And finally, to share and promote African investment success stories through the AI Investment and Business Leader Awards that will be taking place later in the day. So we very much look forward to your active participation and your input and your thought leadership, in particular on partnerships that can and should be pursued amongst yourselves and the new people that you will meet here today to increase private sector participation and improve Africa's investment climate in 2015 and beyond. Naturally, we'd like to thank all of our partners for making this event possible, in particular our strategic and long-standing partnership with the World Bank Group. We value that. We're really looking forward to learning about some of the new practices and the services and the offerings and how we can partner with you to take them forward on the continent. So in closing, I'd like to bid you all a very productive summit and call on Isabel Gonzalez to come and make some remarks. Thank you.
Doing business in Africa. You can't afford to be without Africa Investor.